your children in the streets, kill each other in the streets. You can't talk about Black Lives Matter, and I don't care what anybody has to say about it, but you can't talk about Black Lives Matter and abort your babies, abort your progeny. I don't care what reason you say it is. Well, it's because of poverty. It's because of lack of opportunity. That is not an excuse to kill your children. That's not an excuse to commit murder. I don't care what anybody has to say. I really don't. And we need a total transformation in regard to our culture. We need a total revolution in regard into how we are dealing with one another, how we are raising our children, how we are operating in our communities. We need a whole nother value system. I am of the firm belief with every fiber of my being that value system needs to come forth from Torah, from the scriptures. From the Torah, we have values and a culture, and we know in which ways to live. See, a lot of this comes from, and I know this people may not want to hear it, but I don't care. A lot of it comes from inappropriate behavior in the bedroom. What am I talking about? We have a 77% out of wedlock birth rate. You have that many children. You have rampant fatherlessness amongst our people. Okay? So when you have that, you have a lot of unintended pregnancies. We have more unintended pregnancies than anybody. Okay? So we having children and we're bringing them up in fractured homes. These children lack discipline. When you lack discipline, there will be consequences and repercussions for your lack of discipline, ranging from anything to a timeout, to detention, to suspensions, to expulsions, to juvenile detentions, to being incarcerated, to being killed. Those are the consequences for lack of discipline. And our people, quite frankly, we are not raising our children properly. And we do not value marriage, and we do not value family as a people. You say, how can you say that? Look at what we're doing as a people. We don't value it as we should. As we should. We are engaged in a lot of inappropriate behavior and have justified wickedness. Like I said, you can't commit all these abortions and talk. I don't want to hear nobody say anything about Black Lives Matter and you killing your babies. You killed 16 million babies. Look at our homicide rates. These are young people dying in the industry. You shooting little girls in the head. You shooting little boys 11 years old. And nobody says anything. I haven't heard nobody got any signs, nobody doing nothing, but you killing kids in the street. A bunch of hypocrites. Bunch of hypocrites. That's just what it is. There's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for that. We brothers and sisters have to. We really need a change. We really need a reformation, a spiritual reformation. Because when you kill an individual, understand who you're killing. You're killing one who is made in the image and likeness of God. You're killing his children. And so we as a people are guilty. Those who are not raising their children, particularly men. Men, you're responsible for not raising your children. You're responsible. Women, you're responsible for laying down with men who will not raise his children. Like I said, we don't have the right values. We have normalized dysfunction and inappropriate behavior, and then want to cry racism. Does racism exist? If you've been looking at my page, you know I believe it absolutely exists. But at the same time, what you gonna do? You can't say, oh, this racist, this and this that, and then go kill your baby in an abortion clinic. You can't say this racist, this that. Then you silent when we killing each other. We killing each other. I've seen quite a few people growing up die, get killed. I'm talking through death. I'm talking about through murder, brother. And they were all black. I haven't seen white folks kill not one person. That's just the reality of the situation. That's just reality of the situation. Is there police brutality? Yes. Do police act inappropriately? Yes. But how are you going to, that's hypocrisy. How you not going to even address what you're doing in the street? How is it normal that 60 people get killed in the last, 60 plus people get killed or get shot in the last 2 weekends just in Chicago alone? And these are kids. I just saw the brother on TV in Seattle, brother Andre Taylor, talking about how his son got killed in Seattle. And you talking about defund the police. See, this ain't had nothing to do, and people, it's time out to be ignorant. Black Lives Matter has nothing to do with what you think it is a detriment to black people. Why? Because it is against the nuclear family. The strong family, according to the divine order that was given, which is the father, son, man, woman, and child, would save the black family. And you will bring forth progeny. Instead, you have a death culture. What's your culture? You want to abort your babies. Or it is normal to kill and shoot your babies in the street. It is becoming more and more normal for men and women to come together instead of that which will bring forth life. That's a death culture. You have a principally sterile union. You have abortions running around. You have murder. We engage in too much inappropriate behavior. I'm going to read some here in the book of Hosea. Like I said, I'm not going to keep you long, but I just wanted to put something on your mind. So while you talking about Black Lives Matter, you need to really think about who's getting that funding, what are they trying to do. It had nothing to do with saving black life, truly saving black life. It's about the destruction of black life, actually. When you look at their platform, you talking about black life, but you pushing homosexuality. You talking about black life, but you pushing transgenderism. You talking about black life, but you're about the destruction of the traditional nuclear family. And for all you that are ignorantly going along with this, quite frankly, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. You need to get a clue. I hate to talk to you like that, but it is what it is. It is simply is what it is. Black people, we have a real problem with that. We won't take accountability. And the bad part is, they won't even be like the high profile cases if somebody like when we get killed by white folks. They won't even be even talked about. They just a number, just to take little babies getting shot in the head. You ever seen somebody get shot? I've seen a few people get shot. I've seen about, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 people get shot. That's pain. You shoot little girls in the head. I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna go to these scriptures. Our men, number one, need to really take back our communities. First of all, you need to take back your family. If you got children out there, you need to go find them. If you got children out there, I don't want you to talk about God. I don't want you to talk about nothing before you take care of your children. You need to go get your babies. I don't care what age that, you need to take responsibility. You need to be a man and raise your children. You need to be a man in your household. Because if you had men in these households, I mean true men, the vast majority of this inappropriate behavior will be taking place. Because a man not going to tolerate it. A man can give a young boy direction. You got some little sissies. You got some straight up effeminized cats running around here. Now when I call them that, I ain't talking about sexuality. I'm talking about they like women and emotional. And emotionally will shoot you. They will kill you. Over what? Over what? Because they don't even value human life. Because they haven't had any values instilled in them. So you bringing up, you haven't cultivated the fields of your progeny, so therefore you got weeds coming up. You got situations where, quite frankly, a lot of them not gonna turn around. A lot of them not gonna turn around. These young boys, a lot of them not gonna turn around, and they ain't had no positive male role models in their life. This ain't got nothing to do with white people at the moment. This guy, we, in a sense, because ain't no white people coming to save us. We need to take accountability for what we do, the basic things that we need to turn back to our God. We need to come back to our God in righteousness and in truth. And there's such a dearth of manhood amongst our people. So you got it again, the same cycle. You got men not taking care of their kids, and the boys, they grow up, they never become men, they become males, all the bad influences. Then your girls, you haven't protected them. You are the first layer of protection for them. So now they going into these inappropriate relationships and having these babies and these fractured families with these cats that if you was a man and you saw him coming, he wouldn't even get past your threshold, he didn't get to your daughter. He beat the horn for her to come out the house, and you be right there telling you better keep it moving. You ain't even worthy to come across my doorstep. That's what a man would do. He is your protector, but you ain't got no protection. And women out here doing the same, you looking for the dude that ain't no good, and having his baby, then finding his clone and having his baby. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I can't raise these kids. You put yourself in a precarious position by laying down with him in the first place. The one thing about it, you gonna carry that burden to take care of him. Trying to put him, and you gonna be the one trying to take him to the court system trying to get your money. Cause you went and laid down with somebody who wasn't no good. You gotta take responsibility for that. He ain't this, he ain't that. You laid with him. What does it say about you? All this mama was a black queen and a crack fiend, man. Again, we got to stop lying to ourselves. We have to stop. I know there's some strong medicine, but there's no excuse for killing our children and putting our children. Don't you know what a man? I know it's cliche. You think about your future, man. Everything is about your progeny. Everything is about your future, what they're going to do. And you have to instill values in them. And thus, you have to have them in yourself. And then you can't not look at the false ministers that are out here. Why? Because the minister is the one that's supposed to direct the people morally. We got all these churches. How we got all these churches, but then we got all this killing. We got all this fornication. We got all this adultery. We got all this thievery. We got all this fatherlessness. We got all this sin. Why? Because these hirelings, these greedy dogs which can never have enough, these ones who are making merchandise of you, they are not telling you what thus saith the Lord so that you can have a peaceful life. So that you would not make these mistakes. So that you can have strong families and thus have strong communities. And thus be vibrant. We're not vibrant. We are becoming degenerate. You can't, ain't nobody coming to save you. You have to take the steps to save yourself. You have to do that. Because in reality, don't nobody care about us. And it's sad, man. I'm seeing these mothers in the last day or so, seeing these mothers on TV crying, seeing they saw a young man that died, his grandfather. He like, man, he ain't even get a chance. Now, his grandfather, that's one thing grandfathers love. They love their grandbabies. Grandmamas and grandfathers, they love their grandbabies. They spoil the grandchildren. Because they looking at their progeny. They looking at it, they proud, they happy. And man, he said he can't believe. He said, man, he didn't get a chance to live. He didn't get a chance to do nothing. And he wasn't out there acting a fool. He wasn't out there gang banging. He wasn't out there breaking into somebody else. He just going in the house to do something bring a charger, get a charger, and he gets shot. Come on. Across the way, the sister in Atlanta, She said something. She said, we innocent. We ain't did nothing. Her baby got shot. And she up there, she is losing it on the stage next to the mayor because the child, she said, she not gonna make it to 9 years old. It's registering in her head because sometimes you have such a traumatic experience, it takes time to sink in. And when she coming to it was sinking in. She realized, I don't believe it, because it seemed surreal. And they had to come up, they had to console her right there. Because why? Because she lost her baby. Over what? And the mayor said something. She said, you can't blame this on APD. You done had 75 shootings in the last few weeks. You can't blame that on the Atlanta Police Department. Where y'all at, Black Lives Matter? Y'all some hypocrites. Where y'all at? This little baby, I ain't talking about no grown man that got killed. No, this little baby, where y'all at? Because y'all don't give a damn. Not for real. Y'all got your own agenda. Y'all got your own homosexual, transgender, Marxist agenda. Marxism not gonna save black people. Socialism not gonna save black people. That's not your ass is not economic. You got spiritual problem. You are spiritually degenerate. That's our problem as a people. Young and old, rich and poor. That's our problem as a people. We have turned our backs on our God. And we must turn back unto our God in righteousness. We must acknowledge our sins as a people. And then He'll fight your battles. That's why He said, if my people are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and turn and seek my face, then will I hear from heaven, forgive their sins and heal their land.